Hey folks, this is Björn. Today I want to talk about the most important methods in Unity. So you probably noticed that every script derives from the mono behavior. The mono behavior comes with start and update, but there is also the awake method. Let's see when these methods are getting called. As you can see, the awake method is called before start method, and then the update method is called continually. So awake and start are only called once. But what is the difference between these methods? Let's head to a simple example. So I added a method call in the awake method from the enemy manager, and the Unity methods also have a method do something. So the enemy manager is calling do something on Unity methods, and Unity methods is calling do something on enemy manager. Let's see what happens here. If I start a game, I get a null reference exception. That's because the awake methods are called one after each other. So the better way would be to instantiate the instance in the awake method and calling other instance in the start method. I do the same in the enemy manager. And after that, I will not get any errors. The next method will be update. Update is called one per frame. So for example, if you have 60 frames per second, the update method is called 60 time per second. If you run the real time, you always have to use time.delta time. You see, my game is running on 80 frames per second. And the update method is called much more than the seconds. So in real projects, you try to avoid doing too much stuff in the update method. Because if you do too much, your frames will be decreasing. The next important methods will be OnBecomeInvisible and OnBecomeVisible. These are called when the player gets invisible or visible. So every game object that derives from the mono behavior have its own methods. So when I start a game, you see OnBecomeVisible is getting called. And when a player leaves the game, OnInvisible will be called. And when it comes back, OnVisible is getting called again. The last important method I want to show you is OnCollisionEnter2D. Here you can get information about collisions. So for example, if I start my game, my player hits the ground. And when I move my player to the left, it hits the enemy. And when I jump, I hit the ground again. So now you know the most important methods, and you can start creating your own game. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, show us. If you don't, tell somebody you don't like. You may subscribe for more.